Where'd you get those wings?
You see, the wings are a physical representation of free thinking. Free thinking is listening to your voice and not the echoes of another in your own head. It's hearing your doubts and choosing self-belief instead. And instead of following fear, you follow your heart. It is the only way to set yourself apart from the crowd. Will you be the sheep or shepherd of your own mental matrix? You see, the mind is tricky. It will play tricks and make your destiny seem like a great risk. But know the universe is always conspiring in your favor, and each step forward will make you braver. And as you continue to follow your intuition, your position will change, and your voice will grow louder than the doubts. You will break free from your current perception and elevate into the next dimension, flying away from limiting beliefs with wings on your back and a mind that's free. Freedom.
Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are talking about how I just made that short film, the one that you just saw, the one that I am so proud of, and it turned out honestly better than I thought it would. I knew it would turn out good, but I'm really proud of how it turned out. So let's dive into how I actually did it. So that was for a brand called The Next Dimension. Now that brand was founded and is owned by my buddy Doug, and he's the one that you saw in the video. We came up with the concept together. He wrote everything that you heard, and he is a great poet. It just made my life easier whenever I don't have to worry about sound design, but there already is sound design. There's something beautiful about that. It allowed me to just focus on the visuals, which is not always possible, but it was possible for this specific project. The opening shot that you saw,
Hey, where'd you get those wings?
was where you saw the text pop up slowly, and you also saw him bouncing around throughout the hill. This was a cool shot, and it was actually planned out in the moment. We didn't have this planned out. We actually didn't even have the location planned out whenever we went to shoot it, but I'm really happy that we decided to run with this concept. All it was my R5 with the 24-70 on a tripod at the bottom of a hill, and I just had him walk around a bunch and do a bunch of different things, so then the scene would stay the exact same, but he would move around. It's a really easy technique as long as you do everything right and really just let the camera record and don't touch it at all. If all of the scene is the same except for him, then you will be able to get that effect perfectly. With that text, that was just an idea that I had to have it all come in. I love the pitch shift that they did on that voice. It really gives it a very stylistic technique, so good job on that, Doug.
Where'd you get those wings?
You see, the wings are a physical representation.
One thing is we did go ahead and use those yellow captions. I really like that look. I know it's getting cliche at this point. I haven't done it on that many of my videos though, so I like it, especially with that nice blue in the sky in this video.
Of free thinking. Free thinking is listening to your voice and not the echoes of another in your own head. It's hearing your doubts and choosing self-belief instead.
So this right here, this is something that I was really proud of, and it also was just kind of spur of the moment. We didn't even really plan it whenever we were shooting it, but I had the idea a little bit in my head, not knowing if it would really work or not. So where you see this split screen, where you see the front of him talking with the text in the middle and then the back on the right side, that is a super easy technique, once again, if you do it right. We had the same color background, we had the sky, and yeah, the sky is a bit of a variable, but since it was a totally clear day, it worked out well. So this shows both sides of the clothing, and it really just showcases the main reason why we're even making this project in the first place, for the clothing drop that he's creating. So with that text in the middle, it just grabs your attention right in the middle and also showcases him on both sides. really proud of how this one turned out. It was an easy mask down the middle in Premiere, and just had to balance the colors a little bit. The first draft, actually, there was a little split where you could only see it after the export, but we fixed that and it was all good to go.
And instead of following fear, you follow your heart. It is the only way to set yourself apart.
So this was shot at a park that was right next to my house in Pittsburgh. And some of the shots where you see it almost looks like layers of hills, that was just total luck. We were on top of this little hill and pretty much decided that we don't want to show any of the scene that we're at. So there's nothing in this video that says it was shot in Pittsburgh. And that means that we did our job well. We shot like 5-6 videos in the same day. And I just think that it all turned out well because we knew we wanted the idea of this was not shot in Pittsburgh. You don't know where this was shot. This could be shot in London. This could be shot really anywhere. So I think we killed it, and that was just a concept on both of our ends, knowing what we wanted to go for in the visuals, even though we didn't have every single shot planned out.
It is the only way to set yourself apart from the crowd. Will you be
Once
the
again,
sheep or
back to
shepherd
the
of your
split
own
screen.
mental
Love
matrix?
that look.
You see, the mind is tricky. It will play tricks and make your destiny seem like a great risk. Your position will change.
You go forward and you see where I split it again but had his face on half of that. This was actually a little bit tough. I really had to balance the colors better there, and it just shows more emotion. It shows that we're getting into a more emotional part of the piece, and it also changes it up throughout the video. You don't want everything to look the same. This was a way for me to differentiate what we were looking at.
The position will change, and your voice will grow
What I
louder
love
than
about what I did there, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, how I faded out the left side and had the text go there as well. I actually had it planned for half of his face to be on with the text, but what wasn't intentional was having it split screen. I knew I wanted that super tight shot on his face so that it would show emotion. But that is a perfect example of how you can kind of twist your ideas in the moment whenever you're editing, because you just have experience, you've seen different things, and maybe you have an idea that you never would have gotten before.
With wings on your back and a mind that's free. Freedom.
Awesome. So that's it. That last shot was actually supposed to be an establishing shot, but since we reformatted and had 2 of the drops in the same video, I decided to use it as an end card where it was perfect to put the title and what the drop was. I really am happy with how that turned out to end it. Very simple way of ending it. Very simple video. Now, the voiceover where you saw him lip syncing what he was saying in the poem, that was a little bit of a problem that we ran into. He decided that he wanted to change some of the dialogue after we already shot it. Comes down to problem solving there. Some of the lines were the same, some were different. So I found every part that was the same, pulled those, knew I wanted to use those, worked around in other areas. Yeah, ideally I would have liked to have the entire voiceover, but don't scrap something just because something changes in post-production. Now, I hope you guys like this short film. I really love shooting fashion-oriented short films. I shot other ones for Doug, so I think I will make these kind of videos as we roll those out. I want to explain how I did it. I want to explain not only my thought process, but also his. I'd love to get him on one of these, and I think it'd be cool. He might have to zoom in for it, but it is what it is. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like the short film, let me know. If you want to see the full version with the front half, let me know. I can dive deeper into that. But in the meantime, keep killing it. Keep getting out there, filming things that you enjoy. Helping your friends out, filming things that they want to do because it pushes you to be better creatively. Keep killing it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.